Cox Community 8 presents, from Fess Parker's Doubletree Resort, the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable Hall of Fame Banquet.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 36th Annual Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable Hall of Fame Dinner. My name is Chris K. Spear. I'm the president of the Roundtable. Tonight we gather in the Hall of Fame to rekindle that spirit of past and present athletes and coaches. It is a hall. It's a very special place. It's a shrine. It's a place where we come to honor our finest athletes and coaches. Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable honors high school and college athletes throughout the course of the school year. This year, over 1,000 young people were recognized at our weekly press luncheons at Harry's Plaza Cafe. I want to acknowledge the fine hospitality that John Scott and Harry's staff provided us this year. They make it a memorable occasion for all those young kids coming into Harry's. And so thanks very much to John. And I also invite you to join us any Monday at noon during the school year. Also at that luncheon on Mondays, Dan Shields of the Santa Barbara News Press writes up the luncheon and the coaches' reports, and it appears in the Santa Barbara News Press on Tuesday morning. I want to acknowledge the news press and their commitment and dedication to Santa Barbara athletics. And Will Fleet, the publisher of the paper, is right over here. Will, thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to present the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable's Presidential Award. Would Eric Pintard please come forward? Come right on up, Eric. Okay. Eric Pintard could have given up a long time ago. About 10 years ago, Eric was diagnosed with a rare form of spinal cancer. Since then, Eric has gone through enough therapies and treatments and seen the inside of enough clinics and hospitals to take care of all of us. But during this tough time, Eric has chosen life, and a major portion of that time has been dedicated to baseball. In talking with his friends, Eric's friends use the words like dedication, determination, inspiration to describe this man. Eric has the attitude and courage to keep going. He's played as a pitcher for Carpinteria High School, Santa Barbara City College, and the Santa Barbara Foresters. Even when his disease took him down, he wouldn't stay down. He was in a wheelchair, and he continued to coach at Carpinteria High and with the Foresters. Can you imagine coaching someone to pitch a baseball from a wheelchair? But this man knows his game, and he knows how to communicate, and he's done it to hundreds of kids in our community. In addition, he went out and created an organization called Hugs for Cubs. This group allows kids with cancer to be with ball players, to go to games, to go to clinics, to be with ball players up close and personal. He didn't have to do that, but he cares. So I want at this time to present to you, Eric, our plaque, presidential plaque for community service to the athletes and kids of Santa Barbara. Eric?
Thank you.
Thank you. Go right ahead. Step right up to the mic.
I just think it's great being honored for something that I just love to do, and if I can be an inspiration to anybody in the world, you know, that's what I'm going to do while I'm here. So I appreciate the honor. Thank you.
The Russ Hargrave Award recognizes that person who contributes as a leader in maintaining quality sports programs. Russ was a lifetime Recreation Department veteran who believed that a healthy body and mind were the first steps to a happy and productive life. Another such person is standing at my side. She is Peggy Buchanan, and she's devoted her life to physical and mental fitness through exercise. She's coached at 3 local high schools. She was my coach when I was a high schooler here at Santa Barbara. I'm sorry, that was a typographical error. And in 1980, she went on to create the Jazzercise program. Everywhere she goes, she creates physical well-being. She's written books on nutrition, fitness, and exercise, fitness programs at the Page Center. She's currently Director of Fitness, Aquatics, and Physical Therapy at Vista Del Monte, where she has created a vibrant fitness program for older adults. Ladies and gentlemen, the Russ Hargraves Award goes to young Peggy Buchanan. Peggy?
Thank you, Larry, very much. I had to make sure I didn't have salad in my teeth. Pat said, "You're on now," and I just kind of swallowed. Thank you very, very much. I've had the honor of receiving a lot of international awards, but most of all of those awards have been in recognition of things I've accomplished here at home. So to be able to accept an award in front of my peers and be in my own hometown is very exciting, and it moves me a lot, because the real work I've done that has been recognized other places has been right here at home. I also would like to say that I feel very lucky to have survived Title IX and been allowed to repackage your traditional approach at physical education and creating programs that have allowed people to have fitness, fun, and friendship, doing things that are fairly non-traditional, like putting on some loud music and just moving to one's heart content and having a great time. And finally, in an era of increasing sedentary lifestyles, I'm very thankful to be recognized as a leader in a movement to keep people moving. Thank you.
Good. Here we go.
Don't go.
Here you are. Congratulations.
Thank you, Larry, very much.
Louise Lowry Davis was a spectacular athlete and a mainstay of the Santa Barbara Recreation Department for over 30 years. She was a nationally ranked table tennis player, and she also played for the 7-Up bottling baseball team down there at Pershing Park during the 1930s and 40s. Tonight, we're honored to have 14 of Louise's teammates here. And if at this time they'll please rise, I believe they are located right back here. Come on, girls, stand up. Come on. Stand up if you can. Tonight's winner is a person who has given tirelessly of herself to improve the way for women and girls in athletics. Lisa Braithwaite believes in empowering adolescent girls to take control of their lives, break free of gender stereotypes, and grow into strong, independent women. In 1997, Lisa and a group of women came together to form Body Electric. Body Electric's mission is to promote women in athletics. One example of that is the Adventure Club, which provides an encouraging environment for women and girls in sports. Also, they have Women's Sports Book Project that donates to schools books that are featuring women as good athletic role models. Body Electric sponsors workshops on Title IX and gender issues. They also hold an annual health and fitness fair. Each year, Body Electric presents at our Women's and Day Sport Lunch a $1,000 scholarship to a deserving girl. Lisa is a person of action. Just ask her. If you have any questions about how you can help girls and women in sport, ask Lisa. She'll tell you. So it's with a great deal of pleasure that I present to Lisa Braithwaite the Louise Lowry Davis Award. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you to the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable. I'm deeply honored to be chosen as this year's recipient of the Louise Lowry Davis Award. However, without the fortitude and the dedication of our board and volunteers, especially our original founding group, Body Electric wouldn't exist, and I certainly wouldn't be standing here today. Our board and volunteers believe so passionately in our mission to promote participation, recognition, and celebration of local women and girls in sports and physical activity, that they carry it with them in their daily lives, speaking out for gender equity at every opportunity and constantly educating those around them about the benefits of physical activity for women and girls. Our volunteers are true role models. I also want to acknowledge Louise Lowry Davis and the Recycled Teenagers back there and all the pioneers of women's sports, both in the room tonight, and there are a lot of you, and those not in the room. They are my personal heroes. They have forged a path for all of us, and we're just following along behind, hoping to do half as good a job as advocates for women. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to make the presentation of the Special Olympics Mayor's Trophy, who else but our mayor, Marty Bloom. Marty?
Thank you. On behalf of the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable, it is my pleasure to present the Special Olympic Athlete of the Year award to David Kremer. David is currently a senior at Santa Barbara High School, and he was honored as the Student of the Month in April 2002. David has been an active participant in Special Olympics for the past 11 years, competing in softball, soccer, basketball, swimming, and track and field. During those 11 years, David has won many medals at numerous events throughout California. His coaches say he is the epitome of a team player, always going out of his way to help his teammates. It is with great pleasure that I present the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable Mayor's Award to David Kremer, the Special Olympics Athlete of the Year. David?
Thank you very much. I would like to thank the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable for honoring me with a special award. In addition, I would like to thank the City Police Department for all they do to support the Special Olympics. And I also would like to thank the Santa Barbara Special Olympics and all the coaches and volunteers who contribute their time and energies to athletes like myself in providing us an opportunity to participate in playing sports. And lastly, I would like to thank my father for always being there, encouraging and supporting me. Thank you very much.
There we go. The R.F. McFarland Memorial Trophy was established to honor persons or organizations which best exemplifies community leadership in the area of sports and recreation. The Elks Club, Santa Barbara Recreation Department, and the Semana Nautica Association sponsor this award. Tonight's award winner is Derek Weston, the past president of the Foundation for Gersh Park. When Mark Linehan's company developed the Camino Real marketplace, he was required to set aside 12 acres for a nonprofit public park. With a generous endowment gift by Viola Gersh, the park became a reality, the Lester A. and Viola S. Gersh Park. Adjacent to the Gersh Park, on 13 acres of land zoned for housing, Mark Linehan created temporary ball fields, which were used by the Dos Pueblos Little League and many other organizations. When the time came to sell off the fields for housing, the community faced losing half of their 25 acres of land. Derek Weston, the president of the Foundation for Gersh Park at that time, assumed the point guard position on their team. Derek led the charge to preserve this beautiful field. All he had to do was to raise $6 million. They said, no way, Derek, forget it. Well, as any good athlete knows, you have to play with your team, and that's what Derek did. He has a team, and I'm going to let Derek describe his team and what he did. But before I do, I just want to let you know how proud I am to recognize Derek for his determination. The citizens of Goleta and the entire South Coast are now the beneficiaries and have their own field of dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge Derek Weston, the 2003 R.F. McFarland winner. Okay, good. There you go.
Hi, everyone, and thank you very much. I really am deeply, deeply honored by this recognition and to find myself in the company of past awardees that have done so much for this community and people that I admire so much. It really means a great, great deal to me. Chris hoped that I would tell you how we would accomplish what many people told us was simply impossible, and I'll tell you that there were two keys. The first one is that Gersh Park itself is absolutely beautiful. It's 25 acres located in the heart of our community. It's spacious, beautiful, open, filled with recreational opportunities for young and old, absolutely irreplaceable and desperately needed. We know that we will have 300,000 visitors to the park just this year alone. And the second reason that we were successful is that we had a band of supporters and volunteers who believed in Gersh Park, who were dedicated to the cause, and for whom failure was not an option. So rather than take any more time for myself, I'm hoping that you will help me acknowledge their contribution. Many of them are here tonight at a table over here, including Viola Gersh, who made the original gift of $1.5 million to create the endowment for Gersh Park, and then her family. So I would like... So you folks should stand up. There you go. Ruleen Hockman and the members of their family, Daniel, Stephen, and Karen, who, along with Viola, who made an additional $1 million contribution at the very beginning of the campaign, and Virgil Ealings, who could not be here tonight, who made a $1 million contribution near the end. So I give them my sincere thanks and appreciation for their contribution, and I hope you will all acknowledge the gift that they have given to our community. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Julie McGovern as our next presenter. Julie is the Vice President and General Manager for Cox Communication, one of Santa Barbara's most wonderful corporate sponsors. We appreciate their help in making this broadcast possible tonight. Julie?
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I'm pleased to announce the recipients of the Cox Communications ESPN Scholarship for the 2003-2004 academic year. It's my privilege to introduce you to Christina Hockey and Andrew Abshears. First, let me tell you about Andrew. Andrew will graduate from San Marcos High School, where he played 4 years on the volleyball team, serving as captain many of those years. He also played on Santa Barbara's nationally ranked club volleyball team for several years. Last summer, he placed third in the AAU Junior National Beach Volleyball Championship Tournament. Academically, Andrew is a member of the National Honor Society and the California Scholarship Federation. He has maintained an outstanding 4.59 GPA in a rigorous college preparatory curriculum. Andrew was selected to represent San Marcos at the National Youth Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C., and he led the San Marcos mock trial team to a 5th place win in the state. Andrew's coach described him as having presidential potential. Andrew plans to attend Vassar College and is considering a career as a doctor. Congratulations, Andrew.
Well, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Cox Communications and ESPN, the Athletic Roundtable, and the Santa Barbara Scholarship Foundation for giving me this opportunity to continue playing volleyball in college. I also want to thank my parents, my coaches, and everybody who supported me in athletics. Thank you.
And now let me present our second award to Christina Hockey. Christina has been captain and most valuable player on both the varsity and junior varsity teams. She also played varsity basketball in addition to her 4 years on the softball team. She is a member of the National Honor Society and the California Scholarship Federation and volunteers in our community. Christina plans to attend the University of San Diego and play Division I softball. One of her teachers wrote about her. Throughout her high school years, Christina has tutored several of my students, preparing them for tests and sharing class notes. This act of selflessness is consistent with her giving personality. Christina has learned all of the necessary academic and life skills to be successful. Let's acknowledge Christina.
I would just like to thank Cox Communication, ESPN, and Mr. David Ellman. And I'd also like to thank my family, my friends, my teammates, my coaches, and my teachers for their constant support and encouragement. So, thank you.
It is now my pleasure to award 3 annual scholarships to deserving Santa Barbara athletes. These awards are made by the Santa Barbara Scholarship Foundation. First is the Russ Morrison Memorial Scholarship, which goes to Jesse Morgan Smith. Russ Morrison was most interested in giving kids a chance to compete. Most importantly, he wanted them to learn the game of golf. Jesse has been a member of the Santa Barbara High Golf team for the past 4 years. He has served as its captain. He's given back to his sport by coaching up-and-coming golf players in the Russ Morrison Junior Golf Program for 2 years. Jesse will soon graduate and enroll at the University of Southern California in the fall. I can say with certainty that I am proud to announce Jesse as the recipient of the Russ Morrison Memorial Scholarship. Jesse.
Thank you very much.
Good. Our next scholarship is for the Gina Rushkoff Memorial Athletic Scholarship. Gina Rushkoff was a fine athlete at Santa Barbara High School. She ran track and field and cross country. She went on to graduate from UC Berkeley. In creating this scholarship, her family wanted not just an athlete, but an athlete that contributed and made a difference to their team. And such a person I have with me, Catherine Neese. Thank you. Catherine has been the captain of her varsity soccer team at Dos Pueblos High School and has done very, very well in and off the field. She's also been a member of the Student Senate and a class officer. She's an excellent student and plans to attend Boston University in the fall. She's been a volunteer at Cottage Hospital and plans a career in physical therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2003 Gina Rushkoff Memorial Scholarship winner. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh. Good. Yeah, that's great. William Sweeney, step forward to receive the Athletic Roundtable Founders Award, which honors academic and athletic performance. William Sweeney is a member of the water polo team and baseball team, two-sport athlete, very rare commodity these days, at Santa Barbara High School. William, in addition to his athletic accomplishments, he has been involved with emergency response teams. He was the first teenager selected to be a certified member of this emergency response team. He's also been a tutor and a lifeguard. This next fall, he will be attending Princeton University. It's amazing, these kids are going great places, and William is one of them. William will be playing for the Princeton Tigers. So, William, congratulations, and here's your scholarship on behalf of the Roundtable. Go right ahead.
Can we take our
I'd like to thank the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable again, all the coaches and parents that put their tireless efforts forward to make athletics in high school such a great experience. I'd like to thank my family, especially my mom, sitting back there in the corner, not looking at me. Anyway, I'd just like to thank everyone for all the support they've given me through the years, and again, thank Chris for putting on this great evening.
Good. Thank you, William. Okay, good.
Master athlete. Your program will tell you of the wonderful accomplishments of Clyde here over the years while he was a teacher at Montecito Union. And he realized a dream that I was never able to do. He plays Masters tournament softball, but he's part of a battery that includes his son and is a minimum age of 40 years. Imagine that, handling the pitches of your son and working, and they're probably the oldest or the best oldest battery in the field anywhere. And so it's my great pleasure, Clyde, to say to you, it says 2002, 2003, but you've been doing it since 1967. And congratulations.
Thank you. I'd like to tell you a little story how I got started in this. I tried out for my high school baseball team in 1954. And for some reason, I don't know why, I got cut. So I went to church that Sunday, and they announced that there was going to be a church fast-pitch softball team and to come and try out on Saturday. So after having been rejected once, I was a little reticent about doing it, but I went out anyway. And the coach said, "Can you catch?" And I thought he meant, if I throw the ball to you, can you catch it? And I said, "Sure, I can catch. I've been doing it for years." He said, "Well, get on the gear then. You're going to catch." Well, I took a beating for about 3 or 4 games, and the team took a beating also, but I finally learned how to do it, and 50 years later, I'm still doing it. As a matter of fact, this Wednesday night at 6:30, I'll be catching my son, and then at 8 o'clock, I will be catching my granddaughter. So all 3 generations of us are playing on Wednesday night. I would also, at this time, like to thank my wife, Olita. For 43 years, she's been putting up with me saying, "I won't be home tonight. I won't be home this weekend. I'm playing ball again." 43 years she's put up with this, so thank you, Olita.
Good job. Don't forget that.
It's my special pleasure to introduce Bob Hune, who will announce and recognize this year's Scholar Athletes.
If there are any Scholar Athletes who are still in the audience and want to come forward, we're missing a couple, but I'll introduce those who are here. The Scholar Athlete Award has become one of the Roundtable's most prestigious. I invite you to turn to page 27 of your program for the award criteria and the listing of the awardees. Each year, the top Scholar Athlete is picked by each school's athletic director, senior counselor, and principal. I have the privilege this year of already presenting the awards of the individuals standing in front of you. Their achievements in the classroom, in their sport, and in the community are truly outstanding. Since the Roundtable feels this award is so important, I would like to further recognize these athletes tonight. Please step forward as I announce your name. I would like the audience to hold their applause until all are introduced. From Carpinteria High School, Emily DeArklin. Emily participated in cross country, soccer, and track. Next year, she'll attend UCLA. From Dos Pueblos High School, Julia Forgi. Julie was captain of her tennis team, and next year she'll be attending Harvard. Laguna Blanca School, Andy Nelson. Andy couldn't make it, but he was involved in volleyball, captain of basketball and football. He'll also be attending Harvard and majoring in engineering or mathematics. From San Marcos High School, Lisa Vampola. Lisa was captain of water polo and also played softball. She'll be attending UCLA next year and majoring in chemistry. From Santa Barbara High School, Lisa Falzone. Lisa was involved this year in swimming and has been for many years. Next year, she'll attend Stanford and continuing on a swimming scholarship at Stanford. And finally, from UCSB, Danielle Bauer. Danielle was co-captain of the volleyball team. She's graduating this spring, very soon, in criminal justice, her major. She'd like to play volleyball potentially next year in Europe and plans to attend law school. On behalf of the Roundtable, we'd like to congratulate each of you for your outstanding achievement and wish you the best as you enter the next chapter of your lives.
One of our top honors is College Coach of the Year, and this year it goes to Mike Giuliano. He's the Westmont women's soccer coach. They've won their second straight national title. He's Coach of the Year, the NAIA 3 times. During his 10 years, 23 of his players have achieved All-American honors. He's a male coach working with female athletes. He has a unique style, and he has an advantage. He's professor of communications at Westmont, so he's able to give articulate, clear instructions. I know a lot of coaches, and I didn't think being articulate was a necessary precondition. He's a demanding coach, and yet he cares about his players. He's passionate, excitable, yet level-headed and articulate. During those crazy times in the huddle Let me read that again. No, never mind. He can get his point across. He's a credit to his sport. And we're very proud, we of the Round Table, to give the College Coach of the Years to you, Mike Giuliano. Mike?
Thank you, Larry. Thank you to the Round Table. A couple of days ago, someone came into my office and said, hey, level with me. Are you really excited about getting this local award? I mean, you've won a national award for coaching this year. Are you excited about that? And I looked at the guy and I said, you've got to be kidding me. Do you realize what we have in this town? Have you followed a Mark French and what he's done year after year? Or a Kathy Gregory and what she does year after year? Or what a Tim Vonsteeg did this year? You know, the fact is that this town is populated by a number of coaches doing the right thing, the right way, for the right reasons. And for those of you that have followed the coaching in the newspapers over the last few months, we desperately need coaches who can do such things like that. And so to be named among those coaches is truly an honor indeed. Thank you.
Our next award is for High School Coach of the Year. Coley Candell lights up the room wherever he goes. He also lit up the track in 1990 by winning the 1,600 meters. He also was a tremendous football player. His Carpinteria Warriors won 3 straight CIF championships. He was also named as All-CIF Sports Person of the Year in 1990. That same enthusiasm and energy that Coley exerted as a runner and a player, he gives to his athletes as a coach today. This year was no exception. Carpinteria Warriors were CIF Division II football champions with a perfect 14-0 record. Things were not always rosy, though, this year. Coley made some decisions which could have resulted in losses. Coley went ahead and disciplined athletes because that was the right thing to do, regardless of wins or losses. It was not the easy thing to do, but ultimately it gave his team the strength that they never knew they had. It's that type of leadership that led his team to the height of success. And that's why tonight I present Coley Candell High School Coach of the Year Award. Coley.
Thank you very much, Round Table. And for the last 6 years as a coach, providing inspiration, providing recognition to our student athletes at Carpinteria and all over Santa Barbara County. Also, as a student, 4 years at Carpinteria High School, Santa Barbara Round Table provided me with recognition and awards, and I just can't be more grateful for that. For a successful football program and any program, you have to have great players that believe in your program. We had great players that believed in us and did the right thing. Also, you have to have a great assistant coaching staff. Tonight, 3 people in my life have inspired me to be a great coach and a great teacher. One, my father, one, Lou Panazon, my head football coach, and one is in the audience right now, and I'd like to recognize him for all the great things he's done for me over my life and inspired me to be a great person and a great coach, and that's Ben Halleck, my football coach and colleague right now. I'd just like to recognize him right now by having him stand up, Coach Halleck. Thank you very much.
Good. And now it's time for us to take a break.